Individuals, substantially burdened. You know, I have a very large burden today. Yeah. I'm wanting you to give me my family. Now, the idea that God loves America, more than likely God does love America. But with that love comes discipline. Now, Attorney General's directive to the agencies is particularly necessary to bring older regulations into compliance with the RFRA. Yeah. There's a very high standard that the government oftentimes cannot meet. Yes. Now, every time you fabricated any evidence against me, you violated the conditions that the government did have to meet to be able to arrest me. Yeah. And as much as you say, well, he was able to go to Bible studies while in jail, the problem was I shouldn't have been in jail. Now, this First Amendment's Establishment Clause, yeah. Um, the Supreme Court has repeatedly ruled that the government cannot impose special disabilities on individuals, and since I am an individual, or institution based on their religious status, the Free Exercise Clause protects religious observers against unequal treatment, yeah, and subjects to the strictest scrutiny laws that target the religious for special disabilities based on their religious status. Now, the Supreme Court has ruled that the Free Exercise Clause was violated when a state refused to allow a church to participate. Yeah, state-funded grant program to make playgrounds safe for children. Yeah. Now, these individuals that keep saying, "Well, it violates my religious freedom," Mike, I think it violated my religious freedom when you received notice of court hearings. Yes, when you changed the information on my driver's license. Yeah. And as much as you said, well, if I contact you in Maryland, you would contact the authorities. You know, finding any look-alike of any Christian in any denomination, yeah, regardless of what the denomination is. I don't care if you're Catholic, Episcopalian, Presbyterian, Methodist, Baptist. I don't care who you are in any denomination in this great nation. Your spousal look-alike or children look-alike violates the religious freedom of the individuals known as citizens of the United States. Now, why don't you get me all the denominations that ordain or license any individual, yes, to represent them in any worship service? Foursquare? Oh. Assembly of God, Joseph Castleberry? Ouch. Um, I just want you to understand that finding anything that looks like a citizen that you allowed to be made, yes, because you decided to go the way of Mike Van Proyen. I'm going to sue your denominations. Pouch! Yeah, violating, yes, the religious freedom of the individuals in the denominations. Yeah. Now, somehow I think that Mike Van Proyn was involved in setting up this security clearance system of Clallam County. Yeah. Mike was a big general. Pow! And he convinced all the pastors, the ministers, the reverends, and the priests. Yes, this is the way we're going, and this is why we're doing it. Yeah, because we each are so important that we have to have a look-alike spouse because we have to come to find out. Well, anytime you make a look-alike, yes, of any citizen of this great nation, that's a war crime because it violates their religious freedom. Yes, to be able to go to church. Now I'm going to want Mike prosecuted today for war crimes. Yes. And I don't think you have the Fifth Amendment right to not self incriminate. Yes. So I'm going to want to ask you a question, Mike. Did you commit treason against the United States of America. Ooh, no Fifth Amendment, no self incrimination. Now, it does say in the Constitution that by your own confession, see, it's either two witnesses, yes, it is, or you decide that you don't have Fifth Amendment rights. And since you don't, because you're a war criminal, an enemy combatant of the United States of America, you cannot plead the Fifth. And when I ask you, Mike, have you? You did. You decided to set up another form of government in this great nation. You decided that you would not enforce the laws of the United States. Yes. You decided you wouldn't support and defend this great nation.